Hello and welcome. In this video, we will explore how Elephants in Main Street International is transforming through its subsidiaries, Great Arch Consulting and Opulenta.ai to tackle one of the biggest challenges in sustainable business practices. We are proud to be associated with IBM as a business partner as we tackle the subject of managing Scope 3 emissions. With over 35 years of experience aligning culture with strategic intent, Elephants in Main Street International is now leveraging its expertise to help businesses navigate the complex world of supply chain emissions. Stay with us as we dive into their innovative approach and discover how they are empowering supply chain leaders to drive meaningful change. I'm Greaton, and I'm excited to guide you through this journey. As an AI coach at Elephants in Main Street International, I've had the privilege of working closely with our organization's top coaches and have been able to tap into their experience of aligning our clients' culture with their strategic intent. This experience has served as a rich contribution to my programming and design. Throughout our combined careers, we've seen firsthand the challenges businesses face when trying to balance growth with sustainability. Today, I'm here to share how we at Elephants in Main Street International are addressing these challenges, particularly focusing on the complexities of Scope 3 emissions. Our subsidiaries, Great Arch Consulting and Opulenta.ai, are leading the way in providing innovative solutions that empower supply chain leaders to make impactful changes. In this video, I'll walk you through our approach and how we're turning these challenges into opportunities for our clients. Let's dive in. Introduction to Scope 3 emissions. To understand the impact of Scope 3 emissions, let's first break down what they are and why they matter so much. Scope 3 emissions include all the indirect emissions that occur throughout an organization's value chain. To understand the impact of Scope 3 emissions, let's first break down emissions. Unlike Scope 1 emissions, which are direct emissions from owned or controlled sources, or Scope 2 emissions, which come from the generation of purchased energy, Scope 3 covers everything else. This means emissions from the production and transportation of raw materials, business travel, employee commuting, and even the use of sold products. In other words, Scope 3 emissions capture the entire life cycle of an organization's products and services. Now, why is this important? For many companies, Scope 3 emissions can account for over 90% of their total greenhouse gas emissions. However, tracking and managing these emissions is extremely challenging because they involve data from thousands of suppliers, partners, and even customers. It requires a deep level of collaboration and transparency across the entire supply chain, something that most organizations struggle with. That's where we come in. At Elephants in Main Street International, we're not just helping our clients understand the scope of their emissions. Through our subsidiaries, Great Arch Consulting and Opulenta.ai, we're providing them with the tools and strategies they need to manage and reduce these emissions effectively. Great Arch Consulting focuses on aligning business strategy with sustainable practices, helping organizations build robust data governance frameworks and engage with stakeholders across their value chains. Meanwhile, Opulenta.ai leverages advanced artificial intelligence to automate data collection and analysis, making it easier to track emissions and identify opportunities for reduction. Together, we're transforming how organizations approach Scope 3 emissions, turning a complex and often overwhelming challenge into a strategic opportunity for sustainable growth. To effectively manage and reduce Scope 3 emissions, it's essential to follow a structured approach. Let's break down the key steps that can help your organization achieve impactful results. Step 1. Establish strong data governance. The first step is to set up a robust data governance framework. This means creating clear processes for collecting, validating, and reporting data across your entire supply chain. Consistent and reliable data is the foundation for any successful emissions management strategy. Step 2. Engage your stakeholders. Collaboration is critical. You need to educate and motivate your suppliers, partners, and even customers about the importance of their role in reducing emissions. Building relationships and establishing open lines of communication ensures everyone is aligned with your sustainability goals. Step 3. Automate data collection. Leverage AI technology to automate the extraction and classification of emissions data. Using tools like NLP models allows you to process large volumes of data quickly and accurately, freeing up valuable resources and improving data quality. Step 4. Implement continuous improvement practices. Sustainability is not a one-time effort. Use the data collected to identify areas where emissions can be reduced, then implement best practices and continuously track progress. Over time, this approach will drive measurable improvements in your Scope 3 emissions. Step 5. Use predictive analytics. Finally, apply predictive analytics to model different scenarios for emissions reduction. This helps you make informed, data-driven decisions about where to focus your efforts, ensuring that your strategies deliver the greatest impact. At Elephants in Main Street International, we follow these principles to help our clients manage their emissions more effectively. By combining strong strategy with cutting-edge AI technology, we empower supply chain leaders to turn sustainability challenge into opportunities for growth. When it comes to managing Scope 3 emissions, there are various approaches that organizations can take, each with its own strengths and challenges. Let's explore a few perspectives to understand how different strategies can be applied based on your organization's unique needs. Approach 1. Traditional data management. This approach focuses on manually collecting and managing emissions data through spreadsheets and basic reporting tools. While this method is straightforward, it's often time-consuming and prone to errors, especially when dealing with large and complex supply chains. It may work for smaller organizations but becomes unmanageable at scale. Approach 2. Leveraging AI for automation. Here, AI-driven tools like those implemented by Opulenta.ai are used to automate the data collection and classification process. This approach significantly reduces manual effort, enhances data accuracy, and allows organizations to process large volumes of data quickly. It's ideal for companies with complex supply chains and a high volume of transactions. Approach 3. Strategic stakeholder engagement. Another key strategy is to actively engage stakeholders across the supply chain. This involves educating suppliers and partners about the importance of emissions reporting and aligning them with your sustainability goals. While this approach requires considerable effort in relationship building and communication, it is essential for ensuring long-term success in emissions management. Approach 4. Continuous improvement and predictive analytics. Using data-driven insights to identify areas for improvement and applying predictive analytics to forecast the impact of various reduction strategies can be a game changer. This proactive approach allows companies to make informed decisions and continuously refine their emissions reduction efforts for maximum impact. Each of these approaches can be effective depending on the organization's size, structure, and resources. At Elephants in Main Street International, we integrate these strategies to create tailored solutions that empower our clients to manage their emissions more effectively. To fully leverage the potential of AI in supporting Scope 3 emissions management, it's important to understand the unique benefits that AI coaching can bring to this process. Let's outline the key outcomes AI coaching can help achieve. Outcome 1. Enhanced data accuracy and consistency. AI coaches can guide users through the data collection and reporting process, providing real-time feedback and error checking. This ensures that data entered is accurate and consistent across all sources, reducing the risk of discrepancies and improving the quality of emissions data. Outcome 2. Improved stakeholder engagement and compliance. Through personalized interactions, AI coaches can educate and motivate suppliers and partners, making it easier to align them with your sustainability goals. By providing tailored guidance and resources, AI coaches help ensure that all stakeholders understand their role in emissions management and are more likely to comply with reporting requirements. Outcome 3. Scalable support and continuous improvement. Unlike human coaches, AI coaches can scale effortlessly, providing support to an unlimited number of users simultaneously. They can continuously learn from new data and feedback, refining their recommendations and improving their effectiveness over time. This scalability makes it possible to maintain high-quality support across large, complex supply chains without the need for significant additional resources. By integrating AI coaching into your Scope 3 emissions strategy, you not only streamline the data management process, but also foster a culture of continuous improvement and engagement across your organization. Let's take a look at some compelling statistics that highlight the importance of addressing Scope 3 emissions and the impact of effective data management. Statistic 1. Over 90% of total emissions. According to the Carbon Disclosure Project, Scope 3 emissions can account for up to 90% of a company's total carbon footprint. This means that if organizations are not addressing their Scope 3 emissions, they are potentially overlooking the vast majority of their environmental impact. Statistic 2. Only 50% of companies report Scope 3 emissions. Despite their significance, less than half of the world's largest companies currently report on their Scope 3 emissions, as per a recent study by the Global Reporting Initiative. This lack of reporting is often due to the complexity and challenges associated with data collection and management. Statistic 3. AI can reduce data processing time by 70%. Implementing AI-driven solutions like automated data classification can reduce data processing time by up to 70%, according to industry reports. This allows organizations to focus on strategy and action rather than getting bogged down in data management. Statistic 4. 67% of suppliers are more likely to report emissions when engaged. Research from the Sustainable Supply Chain Report shows that when companies actively engage their suppliers on sustainability issues, 67% of those suppliers are more likely to report their emissions data accurately. This highlights the importance of stakeholder engagement in effective Scope 3 management. These statistics clearly demonstrate that managing Scope 3 emissions is not just about reducing your environmental footprint, it's about leveraging the right tools and strategies to achieve real, measurable impact. With AI coaching and data management solutions, organizations can make significant strides in their sustainability efforts. Artificial intelligence coaching is rapidly emerging as a viable transformative tool in the realm of sustainability and emissions management. From enhancing data accuracy and consistency to improving stakeholder engagement and providing scalable support, AI coaching represents a breakthrough in how organizations can tackle complex challenges like Scope 3 emissions. By leveraging advanced technologies, companies can not only streamline their data processes but also foster a culture of continuous improvement and proactive environmental stewardship. For more information, visit our websites on opulenta.ai and greatarchconsulting.co.uk or contact us at info@elephantsinmainstreet.com.au. We look forward to helping you navigate your sustainability journey.